$1 check? That's how much it could cost to raise a child up to 18 at least. You ready for the next part? College in 18 years could cost as much as $500,000 on average. We're going to have to get smart about saving for college, so I broke down how the wealthiest people out there are doing it for their families.
Yeah.
Your plane is going down, the air masks drop, and hopefully you remember to put yours on before your kids. Sometimes you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. Same goes for college savings. Now you're going to need to have your own personal budget hygiene, your own financial health before you can be saving up for someone else's future. That means debt reduction, increased income, making sure your retirement savings are in line so that when you're saving for your kids' college, you're not having to borrow for retirement while you can still borrow for college. Some things are fun for TV, terrible for real life. Don't play the Price is Right when it comes to saving for your kids' college. Public or private, whether or not there's going to be a commute, different types of tuition, in-state or out-of-state, you need to come up with the right scenarios to have the best estimate for where your college cost is going to end up down the road. Now use an online calculator, we'll provide some links, and you can use those to really chart out how much you should be saving month to month, year to year, to be on the right track to not provide a burden for the next generation. I say tax-free, you say yes please. Don't skip out on a 529. These are great tools for preparing for your kids' educational futures. $10,000 could be used for your K through 12. $10,000 could be used one time for debt reduction when it comes to college spending. There's so many ways out there, and the beneficiary can be changed to another relative. So yourself or one of the children or another blood relative could end up becoming the beneficiary of this money on down the road, making it one of the main ways that millionaires are creating generational wealth tax-free. Wealthy people out there have a trick using their kids for tax benefits, and not in a way that you'd expect. Using a universal transfer to minors account, you can be gifting your child money and it can grow at their tax rate and not your own. These could be assets that could be used later on in life for college or so many other things. There's no limit to what this is spent on. These are just normal investment accounts, but this is something that you could be regularly gifting in for any excess investment money that you have and having a better tax rate when it comes to that growth later on. Now be aware, because this could impact your FAFSA, your income-related scholarship availability later on in life, so make sure that you do the math and have a trusted advisor guiding along the way. Help your kids help themselves. If they have income, then they can have a Roth IRA. Now this is a retirement account that's going to be growing tax-free and has tax-free withdrawals later on, but you need to understand that it is something that they could also use for higher education. That 10% penalty could be waived if it's used for college. And it's important to note that this isn't going to count against your income-based FAFSA student aid for the first year, but as they take those withdrawals, it could increase their income and it can affect them later on sophomore, junior, senior year. Now there's some real dinosaurs on this list of ways to save for college, but millionaires are still finding ways to get value out of them. A Coverdale education savings account is going to be an older way that's kind of obsolete compared to a 529 in its value, but it doesn't have any limits on K through 12 spending. So if you're going to be having your kids go through some private institution in K through 12, you may be able to exceed that $10,000 limit that a 529 has and get some value early on using one of these accounts. Just another one to have in your toolbox. Help your kids understand the value of taking ownership over their own college expenses. They could be going out and getting scholarships as early as 13, and someone from every income bracket out there is making use of scholarships, but they're crazy underutilized. There's so many available out there that it really just becomes a number game. The more that you apply, the more that you're going to end up earning. It's just a matter of scale. So get out there and start applying for some of these scholarships and accumulating some value as you get ready for your college savings and beyond. There's clearly major avenues out there and multiple tools to use when it comes to saving for your kids' college. Now, having a tailored plan is going to accelerate the benefit you get. It's going to pay for itself. So you need to get with a coach or an advisor. We'd be happy to walk you through the best way to consult on your plan for saving for your kids' future.